just took a screenshot at the time I started this vlog. It's a bit weird, isn't it? It's a bit weird. It wasn't planned. There it is. That's what I was looking for. Well, I couldn't work out today whether to vlog somewhere in town with the backdrops so everyone can recognise, or just back at my house. I've decided back at the house. I've just been out with the dog. Went back over to Golf Del Sur to see Ken, dog walk Ken with his dogs, and it was brilliant. He loved it. It's not relevant to the vlog, but it gives me the opportunity to put some fantastic dog shots in. And it was nice to see Ken again. So I've just left the dog to go and get this gimbal, and he thinks I'm gone forever. I'm back, mate. Look, I'm back. No, he's not cares. He's like, just let me out. No, I don't care. Just let me out. I'm not even woken up yet. Every time I come to the, does your cat come to the kitchen? Every time you go there, the cat wants feeding. It's like, feed me. It's been fed. It's not getting any more. I'll put you down here. In fact, I'll go and grab a drink. You look at these dog shots for a minute. I'm back in a minute. Never forgets, does he? Yeah.
You say sorry?
I had a conversation with Megan yesterday. You all know Megan, my daughter. She's on the final hurdle of trying to get a visa to come over here for a year. And she had a little bit of a breakdown. I don't think she'll mind me telling her. And it was tough to watch because it just seems the last bit's always like the hardest bit, isn't it? The final hurdle. But if you want something so much, you've got to, you know, you've got to give everything for it if that's definitely what you want. And it got me thinking a lot more about believing your own path. You have to believe in your own path. And a few things have happened to me over the last, well, the course of history, but the last couple of days more relevant, has made me believe that even more. I run now. I'm running ever since the running challenge I did with Calvin, and I don't run as much as I did in the running challenge, but I do run. The problem sometimes that you get when you run, you go to nice places to run. So I run in town because it's a nice place, flat, run along the seafront. It's like living a dream, isn't it? And then somebody overtakes you running, and they might be the same age, might be a bit younger, but then they overtake you and you go, oh, I'm losing. And it's that natural instinct of thought. That's the moment you have to get hold of yourself. And you go, losing from who? You're losing from who? You don't know how far they've planned to run. You don't know how long they've been running. You don't know whether they've just started their run and you're coming to an end of yours. You don't know what their fitness levels are. It's not a race. It's a great analogy because it's not a race. The only thing you can do is concentrate on yourself and believe in your own path. And when I started doing the running challenge with Calvin, I used to see this and it used to beat me up that I was losing. I'm losing. And it's only now that it's taken a while for me to get me checked. Now if somebody runs past me now, I give myself a check and believe in my own path, believe in my own race. Don't believe in a race, a fictitious race that doesn't exist. Now that happens a lot in life. That can happen a lot, and sometimes it sounds like sour grapes, and it's genuinely not sour grapes, because then it comes down to every other little thing that you do. You know, it's like believing in your own path. What is the success? What is success? I see other people around me, and I see people chasing financial success, and there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I chased it when I was younger as well, and but then I got divorced and I've got kids, and you all know when you get divorced with kids, the finances just take a massive hit. But I knew that again when I got into a marriage. I knew that the possibility of that would happen, and I still went into the marriage. So I'm not complaining about that. What I'm complaining about, what I'm saying about it now is I find my success in different areas, and I've got to believe in my own path. There was a great comment that came up from Thursday afternoon at Hoppy's on one of Shelley's lives, and it's by a motivational coach. I don't know who he is, never met him before, but he's commented a few times, and sometimes he makes me stop and check and think. He did one, I can't remember where it was, but it's like, you chose the marriage, you chose this, so therefore the marriage, and it fails, you can't blame. And it's quite an interesting one. It made me stop and think. I disagreed with him on that one a little bit, but on the other one, he said to me, I think, Rick, you don't believe in yourself enough. You're living in no, you don't. What was the exact? Let me find the exact quote and I'll come back to you. It was on the last live. It's that one there, I think. There. And you got comments. Comments there. I haven't responded. No, I don't want that. Doing it the wrong way. Let's go into that one. Let's go live. There. Rid of that. And let's go to the comments. See if I can find the comment that it was. Thank you very much for all the comments. They do mean a lot. Well, isn't that weird that I can't find it? Maybe it's on a different live. Could have been on that one. Ray Duffy's arrived. Let's have a look. It's one with Ray Duffy. I'll just have to tell you about it. It came across as if to say, I don't have enough belief in myself. I'm a better performer than what I think I am. I don't have enough belief in myself. And I think partly he was correct, but another side of it, it was like, well, hang on a minute, I'm on a learning curve, on a very fast learning curve. When you get to my age, most things have to be very fast to achieve something that I want to achieve. If I want to achieve a goal, the perfectionist in me tells me to do it this way. I think I'm a very humble person from the golf days, really. You're humble in victory and humble in defeat. So the humility of when I'm coming into an arena, it's basically what it was. Basically what it was Shelley was singing at Hoppy's bar, and then I got up and did 24 Karat Magic, and I'm also under no illusion that I'm in the shadow of Shelley because it's her show, but I'm also aware of my capability of what I can do through working at Dillon's as compere. It was just a question of like, this motivational guy, I can't remember your name, I'm so sorry, but he said, look, it's almost feeling that you're a little bit here when really you should be here. But I think what I want to try and say is, I know I'm here, but I purposely play here, because when I play here, I'm actually learning, evolving, and rounding off all the attributes I need to actually get here with confidence. Because I know that I'm actually there anyway, but I just want to get there in as a perfectionist, I think. And that's what, for me, believing in your own path does. I mean, the stand-up comedy that I'm doing, I've actually now told other people, I mean, I've told you guys, but there's a lot of people on the island who don't do YouTube, so they won't see it. But I've told now the entertainers, or some entertainers, because by putting myself out there, means I now have to get there. So it's a motivational way for me to actually get there, rather than not say anything and just come out, ta-da. So I'm believing in my own path, because I'm now going to follow my path to get there. That then comes back to YouTube, and then comes back to you viewers, and comes back to what you guys watch. And hopefully it explains the reason why this channel is so much different to hopefully all the other channels. Hopefully it's different, because if you put success down to numbers, don't get me wrong, everyone wants to be successful, everyone wants to be financially comfortable, but if you put your success down to numbers and down to finances alone, what will happen is your own personal path you'll get taken off that path, because you'll start chasing numbers or chasing finance. Whereas if you believe in your path, you should get there eventually, but then in a much happier way. And I think that's what I'm trying to say. And that's why, do I tell you that? Marketing tells me that every video I do, I should put Tenerife in the title. Marketing tells me that. Because marketing will get me more views. That will get me more views. But it's not about that. For me, it's about believing my path. If I went down that route myself, sure, I think I could do it most probably for maybe a couple of months. But then I'd get bored. And I think that's the other thing about believing in your own path. You don't get bored. One of the other things I wanted to mention was with Megan, and which is important, is that I actually said to her, because she broke down a little bit in tears on our call, and I gave it half an hour and then called her back, and I said, listen, I said, if you want something so much, you've got to remember it's not going to be an easy path you're going to take. The amount of times I literally drove home from golf tournaments, tears coming down my face, because I wasn't hitting the level that I needed to hit or wanted to hit, and it was just the most frustrating thing in the world. I used to blow it in the first 2-3 holes and then play well after that, but it's too late, it's already gone. And that's lack of understanding of what your path is when you're in youth. You know, at the age of me today, is what I have is a lot more rounded knowledge about that. And that's the only thing I'd like to pass on most probably to the younger generation, is just believe in your path. Believe in your path and it will come good. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's it. I think I'm going to leave it there. Enjoy your day. You know what to do. See you on the next one.